How the Republicans can move to the center. The argument that's being made about the 2016 election is that Republicans have a choice: stay over way to the right and generate turnout by enthusing the base, or compromise on crucial positions, move to the center and go after the swing voter. That's a stupid, false choice. That isn't the situation at all. There are some issues, like abortion and same-sex marriage, where there's very little middle ground, and where if you're going to appeal to swing voters, you're going to alienate conservative voters. But those are very few issues, and they're not the key issues in our country. The Republican Party and its presidential candidate can get all the swing voters it needs by focusing on certain key issues that appeal to swing voters and bring them over to the Republican Party. First among these is immigration. And immigration is crucial, not just from the point of view of illegals coming in and all of those issues. What's particularly important about it is the impact that illegal immigration has on wages and income inequality in the United States. This vast inflow of people coming in at the bottom is depressing wages and taking jobs away from Americans. The Census Department, strangely, breaks Americans up into American-born and foreign-born. And the category for foreign-born includes not only legal and illegal immigrants, but naturalized American citizens as well. The Census Bureau data reveals that since the year 2000, the number of native-born Americans who are working full-time has gone up by 0.1%, while the number of foreign-born Americans, whether citizens, non-citizens, or illegals, has gone up by 5.7% in the same period. In other words, all of the new jobs that were created basically went to people who weren't born in the United States. And this has an effect of holding down wages and causing the income inequality the Democratic Party squawks about all the time. Obamacare is the other issue that you can really use to harvest the swing voters without abandoning core Republican principles. Obamacare remains very unpopular. Almost ever since the day it was proposed through Rasmussen's polling 2 days ago, you have about 40% support and about 52 or 53% opposition. And those numbers have never changed. With the implementation of Obamacare, there are so many horror stories and so many instances of people having to pay more in insurance premiums. And if the Supreme Court throws out the subsidies for people on Obamacare who got it through federal exchanges, the situation is going to get even worse. The other big issue that Republicans can use is an attack on Wall Street. There's been a fundamental fissure in the Republican Party between the big business interests and the small business, individual, libertarian view. The Republicans need clearly to align with the latter and against the former, and crack down on Wall Street's derivative trading, demand that the too big to fail doctrine not be applied, that you can break up banks into smaller units, overhaul the Fed so that it focuses on currency stability, not on fueling bubbles in the stock market, and deal with employee compensation on Wall Street, particularly in firms that are dependent on federal bailouts. This agenda, which is equally accessible to the right and the left, is especially compelling to swing voters, and there is no reason that the Republican Party doesn't zero in on it, and there is no reason why the Republican Party should not take advantage of it. The other issue that really is growing as a swing voter issue is gun control. There's been a major shift in this country in the last 4 or 5 years in favor of the possession of handguns. When you ask people, do you think that owning a gun is more a good because it'll help protect you against crime, or a bad because it can lead to violence and mistakes and accidents and stuff like that? Used to be break even, now it's about a 20-point margin in favor of gun control. Increasingly, the American people are getting that more guns means less crime. and proposals for being able to take handguns onto the street with you, even for open carry, are gaining significant support. This is no longer an issue that ghettoizes the Republican Party on the right. It's a growth issue. So use those 4 issues, immigration, Obamacare, Wall Street, and gun control, to reach out to the swing voters. You don't have to sell out core Republican principles on social issues and on tax issues. You can reach the swing voters by hitting them on the issues they care the most about. Thanks for watching.